Hey guys, what's up? Jeremy here. We're going to look at another video game collecting tip. Number 3, I Ain't Payin Book. Now you're probably looking at me, what's he talking about? I Ain't Payin Book. For those video game collectors, the serious ones out there who know what I'm talking about, you know what book is. But getting right down to it, in that quote, I Ain't Payin Book. I was once in my friend's place of work. He actually used to manage a Blockbuster, and one of the employees there, we were talking about video game collecting. And the assistant store manager, I believe, used to be a really avid collector, and we were talking about some of the things he had, and this is when I was starting out. And then when the employees came along and just like, oh, you guys talking about video games and stuff, and they either all of a sudden we just had this conversation at like 11 or so at night. We're talking about stuff, and then he just said, oh, the other day I was at a garage sale, this is last year, and he picked up a whole box of Game Boy stuff for really dirt cheap. So I wasn't into Game Boy at the time and stuff because I was still starting out, but you know, he did make a comment, and it always stuck with me. And the way he said it was just so funny because I don't know if he realized how important it is and stuff for those diehard video game collectors. But it was just, I ain't paying book, and just it was so funny the way he said it because it always stuck with me. And later on, it kind of rang true when I started to develop my video game collecting skills. Now, when I got into video game collecting, it was by accident, and it started off with collecting games that I loved. So all the games like Contra, Legendary Wings, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, all those games for the classic Nintendo systems, and then it started to unfold. Now, when I was doing some research online about video games, started to look on things like Kijiji, just the skills started to develop, and I think it added to my background in business and stuff, and I was able to apply those business skills to game collecting. Alright, so some other day I'll talk to you about different types of collectors and stuff, but one thing, and I might get killed for telling some people this and stuff, but actually, for the most part that people know, there is a book value for video games. Alright, now some games, the common games, have zero value. That means like a game like Super Mario Bros. 3, sorry, that actually has a little bit of good value, but Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, for example, for NES, probably is like $1, $2. I don't even know what it is, because it's so common. Everyone had it. Whoever got a Nintendo system, that came with it. So it's in abundance. It's unlimited. But other games, as you go up, have different rarities, have different distributions, and the value of them went extremely high. All right, so therefore the book value is a lot higher. All right, so now when it came to different collecting, pardon me, I'm just collecting pretty much Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. I would say Nintendo lines, and just staying with my PS3. But when I do see other stuff, either I get it for my relatives, or I'm getting it to just keep it and hold on to it because I know it has a value, or depending on what it is, if I see it, maybe I'll get it, I'll keep it in stock for trading purposes. Maybe later on I'll tell you another video game tip about trading, or you could, like some people, buy it low and sell high and stuff. So this one's actually for my cousin Robbie. I taught him this right away because I got him into video game collecting. But when we go to book value, alright, let's just look 2 examples here. In my last video, you probably saw that I picked up a game, and we'll show you that game right here. It's Valkyrie Profile. Alright, so I knew that this game was very rare, having studied the book value, pardon me, on different charts. Every classic video game store, retro video game store, even the new corporate game stores have books, like an actual book where they update all their price charts. And actually even the corporate stores, they're a little bit behind on price charting, and it's the best one that I found, and this is your secret weapon for the serious collectors, is online at it used to be called videogamepricecharts.com, videogamespricecharts.com. Now it's videogames.pricecharting.com. Alright, so I'll just show you right that screenshot right there. Okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on an example here of one of the games and show you what the book value is. Alright, so we're going to go to PlayStation. We're going to go to PlayStation 1, and as you see here, it has a whole chart of all the games. And what it does is it determines the median on eBay, Amazon, and Half to keep what the current market trend of a game is. Right, so you can go through and you can scroll down alphabetically. You can go by value, high to low, or you can just type in and find out what the fluctuation in the game market is. I bet you that retro game stores probably use this to some degree to refresh their books when they sell stuff in their communities. But it's good to have this here, and I scrolled all the way down, and I apologize. Went a little bit far here, but where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Should be right. Oh, here we go. So, as you saw there, I had the game Valkyrie Profile, and I paid $3.99 for it. Right, so RPG, and there's the book value, $65. Alright, and what you can do is you can click on it and it shows you the market rate. So we see that in 2008 it was a little bit higher, then it's dipped. It's going back down, and there you go. So the new price is $274.75, but since then it's come down. Alright, so with that being said, that's kind of book values in short, and that was just one example for Valkyrie Profile. You can do that for any system, and one of the best things you can have, either if you're like me, you can study your charts and you can memorize charts. I just have a good memory with things like that, so I know the book values of like the high games, so you know when you're collecting right away. You see a game like Earthbound, well, that's an easy one, but you see a game I don't know, Bubble 2 or something, right away you know that's a rare game, and you should familiarize yourself with those titles. You can click high to low on this so you can become familiar with the different titles, and then you just go from there. Another key instrument to have when you're out collecting, when you go in thrift stores, when you go in pawn shops, when you're out collecting, just having your BlackBerry. It doesn't have to be a BlackBerry, sorry, but any type of cellular device, pardon me, that has access to the internet. You can just bookmark that page. You could sit there in Value Village, just like I did. I saw a bunch of games the other day when I picked up the Valkyrie Profile and the other couple games you saw. I saw like Wild Arms, Suikoden, number 3, a few other ones that, yeah, I looked at them and I'm like, nah, I can get them. They're a lot cheaper than what the value of it is, but I decided not to get those. But it's good to have that there to understand what the book value is behind games. And if you're into collecting games, you know, and you get the thrill out of the hunt, or you get the thrill out of like, oh my god, I just bought this ridiculously amazing game for ridiculously cheap, then that just comes in handy. Alright, now at the end of the day, in another video we'll talk about video game collecting, what type of collector are you and stuff, but that there in summary is giving a little bit about book. Thus, when that person said it at Blockbuster, he's like, I ain't paying book. So whenever I went shopping, I've bought some stuff off people. There's been the odd occasion where I might trade games up, but I've never paid book value for an actual game and stuff. So whenever I come away on an awesome deal, I was like, I ain't paying book. I bet you if I was like a preacher and stuff, and all those video game collectors were in the same church and stuff, I'd be preaching, I ain't paying book. So if you like this video and you believe in this concept, it might not apply to you, but if you believe in this concept, feel free to apply and stuff, but I ain't paying book. Anyways, hope that helps, and that's the next video game collecting tip for you. Alright, we'll see you guys soon, and good luck with your collecting.